Well, we've had quite a lazy morning this morning. The rain was dripping down at 4 o'clock when the alarms went off. So I had a steady wake up, got out of bed at 4:30. Nice cup of hot chocolate, courtesy of Andrew. And took a gentle mosey down to the shores of Tarn House, which is what you're seeing now. There's a little bit of low-lying mist on the water, which you might be able to see just over here and through here. The forecast wasn't good, wasn't saying that we were going to get any colour, so we weren't in too much of a rush this morning. But the wind level is very low, so we're hopeful that when the sun does actually pop up, we'll get some nice reflections. I'm just giving you a quick spin round so you can see the locale. As usual, there is nobody around except us. But as there is a big cycle ride going off in most of the Lake District today, we're figuring that's where people are. So I'm just going to spin you back round here. And this tree here is the subject of the composition. I'm not sure if I can lighten that up at all. No, you might just be able to make out, it's sitting on its own little island, and there's some nice green moss, which is sort of going to be illuminated by the light. We had a slither of colour. When I say colour, I think that was exaggerating a bit. We had a bit of light just over here, but nothing to get excited about, although we have now got some nice clouds, which is useful. So yeah, sunset last night didn't happen. The sky just went horrendously blank and grey. So we just settled on a wander around Tarn House, all the way around, and then went back and had seen a relatively early night. You can hear, at least I'm hoping you can hear, the wildlife. There's some geese over in the far corner, obviously having a very heated conversation. So I'm not shooting at the moment. I'm going to wait for the sun to pop up. Let me just try and spin you around. Morning. I sort of got bedhead on again this morning. Very comfy in the car last night though. It's a little bit on the tight side, but no, it's really comfy. The sun, we believe, is coming in from over here. Is it coming in from over there?
Yeah.
Yes, over in this direction. When it does actually pop up and should illuminate the trees, particularly this one here. Should get a little bit of light on that. But you can see we've got mirror-like water, which is absolutely wonderful. And a cloud inversion the other side of the hill. Andrew's got the drone up and it's taking it over to the far side, and there's a lovely inversion going off. I just don't know where the other side is. It could be Coniston, and it could be Ambleside. Beautiful, whichever it is. So I'm going to leave it there and have a go at doing some photos. See you in a bit. What a bizarre morning. When you saw me, I was at this tree, and I've just come back to this tree, and I can't see a thing because the sun's coming directly at me. And then we started with a cloud inversion. You can still see the remains of it in the distance there. So we legged it from here right up to the little hill at the top, and we could see the cloud swooping in, and it was moving really, really rapidly across that mountain in the background there. We couldn't get a clear shot down the valley. There's just too many trees. Now, we weren't sure where we could get to that would be up high enough. We knew we could get to Torva, which is only about 10 minutes from here. Well, looking at the map, if we'd have got there, we'd have been shooting into the sun, which wasn't ideal. And because of the road race being on, we were limited to where else we could get. Ideally, and Dan went up Cat Bells and got a stonking shot down Coniston Water, but we couldn't get to Cat Bells because of the race that's on. They shut a load of roads. So I decided to use the mist to my advantage, and I went off tree hunting. And I found a lovely little tree. Excuse me, I'm not sure if I've got lipstick on my teeth. And I spent 20-25 minutes. Oh, look! I'm hoping you can see this. Let me see if I can tilt you down a bit. Gooses! Geeses even, with little baby geeses, or goslings. How cute is that? Except they're rippling my water shot, the swines. But I'll let them off because they're so cute. And I found a beautiful tree. And I waited and I waited, and I tried the 17-55, and then I went to the 10-20, and the 10-20 gave me enough, not really distortion, though I guess it is because of the width of the lens. It allowed me to get the shot that I visualised. As soon as I saw the tree, I visualised an image that I could get with it. The mist kept rolling in at the back, which sort of blanked off the trees in the background and really isolated it. And it kind of looks to me, excuse me, like a bride with a train of her wedding dress. Perhaps that's just me. But I spent 20-25 minutes, and I'm just about to stand on my filter holder. Hang on a second. Oh, here we go. Getting a couple of shots that I was happy with. I got the light coming in and illuminating a bit of the tree and the ground around it and behind it. And I think it looks really well. So then we've seen the best of the inversion, although as you can see in the background there is still a bank of cloud working its way up through the valley. So I thought we'd come back to where we started off this morning, about an hour and a half ago. And I've just come down to this tree again. Let me see. Now we've got no clouds, which is really frustrating. But we have got absolutely mirror-like reflections, and I've just done, yeah, that's too long. I really ought to time my shots instead of talking, but there you go. I'm just, because the sun is coming in directly behind, I'm trying to shield the eyepiece and the side of the filters. I'm at f11, and I think I want about 100 seconds. I've got the polariser on, just to really make the reflections pop. And I've got a 0.6 ND Grad, because the sky is still brighter than the water. But yeah, it's been a phenomenal morning. And again, we haven't got the shots that we came for. When does that ever happen? We were here a couple of years ago, might have been last year, I think it might have been the year before, and we had a gorgeously clear night, and we managed to shoot the Milky Way. I might pop that shot up actually. It was the first ever Milky Way shot that I did. There was a little bit of light pollution on the horizon, but nothing major. But last night, unfortunately, it was cloudy, which would have been a shame because this is a fabulous place to shoot Milky Way. So yes, a bit of an odd weekend, but fun nonetheless even. But it's been a good weekend. It feels like we've been here for about a week, and we actually only came up on Friday night. And because of the bike racing, it's quiet here. Last time I was up at 7 o'clock, there were people out walking dogs, and there's just nobody here. We're still the only cars in the car park. So anyway, I'll pop up the few shots that I've got. And now we're on to the next adventure. I'm not quite sure where the next adventure is going to be, but I have a feeling we'll be going back to Wales. But oh, an absolutely fabulous morning. It really was. And we were in the middle of the inversion, and sometimes you just have to go. It's not happening. I can't get anywhere, so I've got to make the most of what I've got. I did get a couple of shots between two trees, so the trees were framing it, and you had the road at the bottom, the cloud inversion, and then you had the mountains. You just have to make the best of what you've got. So I'm really glad we were here today. Excellent. So anyway, before I waffle too much longer, thanks for watching. Catch you soon, guys. Bye. Well, I had to pop back a little minute. You can just see the cloud inversion, well, the cloud moving up, drifting up along the hilltops there. Even if you don't have a camera, get out, come to places like this. Get up early, get out of bed. You can sleep when you're dead. Just do it. It's phenomenal, and you feel so much better. I have had, excuse my French, the crappiest week at work. And it seems like a lifetime ago now. It really does. It's like a weight is lifted off your shoulder. And it sounds really soppy. And I'm hand holding the camera, so it's maybe a little bit wobbly. But it really does lift your soul, lift your spirit. It's wonderful. And you all know that I love reflections. So this to me is just heaven. I'd love to be able to be in 3 places at once. I can see images over there. I can see images down there. I can see images over there. The sun is coming through and really making the colours pop. I'm hoping you can see in the distance here we've got a gorgeous green tree. I don't know what type of tree it is, but the green is absolutely phenomenal. This really does make you feel so good, so relaxed, so calm. The birds chirruping, the geese making whatever noise geese make. The sun shining, we've got a little bit of cloud. It's just heaven. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Bye.